Carriker Chronicles, the People Show, where check the Post Rescue Nation, brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. Today we're going to talk about Nebraska's pass rush. My son Jacob is here to help me. He plays D-line, O-line, and tight end on his 6th grade football team, so he's already starting to work on some of these things. Can you say hi, Jacob?
Hello.
He's sporting his baseball team's shirt here. They're the Riders, all right? Now, when you look at Nebraska this year, we played 9 games, they only have 15 sacks. When you compare that to some of the top teams in the country, all right, Pittsburgh, shocked me, but they're doing pretty good this year. They have 46 sacks. Clemson's struggling as an overall whole, but their defense still has 44 sacks. Oklahoma has 36, Coastal Carolina has 33. Again, we are not where we need to be or where we want to be, getting pressure on the quarterback. And so people have asked, okay, why? What are we missing here? How do we get more pressure on the quarterback? How do we do better at this? So there's really 4 key components to rushing the quarterback. All right, so Jacob, go ahead and get in your stance. Like, you're the offensive lineman, I'm the D lineman. We'll say that ball's the quarterback there. So the first thing you need is a great get off. Okay, when they snap the ball, if I'm by him, okay, that's the number one thing. That first step, get off. Think of 2 cars drag racing down the street. Okay, not that I've ever done that. But if one gets a huge head start, it's easy to see why they have a big advantage. This is no different. All right, let's say he gets off before I do. Boom, now I'm way behind, okay? Now let's say I get off before he does. It's very easy to see how I have a huge advantage. I don't see Nebraska necessarily struggling with their get-offs. They're fine. Phildarius Payne actually has a very explosive first step, okay? The other pass rushers, they're doing fine with the get-off. Number 2, okay, the next key component is hands, all right? People don't realize how important hand play is in the trenches. All right, so if I get off the ball, let's say we get off at the same time, okay? We get off at the same time. Now, he's trying to get his hands on me. I'm trying to get him off. If I get his hands off me, he can't block me, okay? He could try to chop block me, I guess, but you're not gonna be able to do that down after down after down. All right, so if he goes to block me and I get the hands off, probably gonna be a sack, okay? If he goes to block me and I can't get the hands off, I'm stuck. Now I probably can't even keep contained. If I'm a DN, the quarterback's out there running around me for yards. All right, so the third component, so you got the get off. Who wins the get off? So move, okay? Who can get the hands off? Now, when Nebraska, I'll be honest with you, they're struggling with the hands. They're getting stuck right here. They're having a hard time getting the hands off. The get off is fine, but they're having a hard time getting the hands off to get by. The other thing they're struggling with is when I am able to get the hands off, there's this thing called a dip and lean, okay? You get low, you get by the offensive lineman, you get to the quarterback. I admittedly cannot do that as well as I used to, but I used to be able to dip under 6-foot players, and I'm 6'6". Now I can barely sit down in a chair, but you get off, you get the hands, okay, because what they're gonna try to do, they're gonna try to push me by, and the quarterback just steps up into the pocket, all right? So if I can get the hands off and he tries to push me, boom, now I can get to the quarterback, all right? So they're those are the 2 areas where I feel like they need to get better. The get-offs are fine, okay? But they gotta get better at getting the hands off, and they gotta get better at getting low so they can get to the quarterback. The last part of a pass rush is simply effort, relentlessness. So many times you'll watch a guy and the quarterback will be over there. And let's say I'm here. You could easily stop. But all of a sudden the quarterback comes back your way. You don't know what he's gonna do. Boom, now you get the sack. Or all of a sudden the quarterback's here, he's running all over the place. Some D linemen, they'll kind of chill. Some D linemen play with their hair on fire. I think Nebraska's doing fine with the effort. Like the relentless effort throughout the down. A guy like Garrett Nelson does a good job of that. All right, so to me, again, the 4 key components. The first step, boom, who's gonna start the win in that drag race? They're doing fine in that department. The last step, the relentless effort, they're doing fine in that department. Their effort is not lacking on defense. Where it is getting the hands off, okay? So you can go inside, you can go outside, and it's also, if you do get the hands off, let's say I stay high, so now watch me by, Jacob. Now I can't get there. It's getting low, dipping, and ripping. So it's been a while since I successfully ran after anybody and tracked them down. But those are my humble thoughts about how Nebraska can improve their pass rush. Thanks for your help, Jacob.
You're welcome.
Until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red, and always remember
to throw the bones.
Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.